He was Queen's manager. He was Elton John's manager, from a few years previous to when he got involved with Queen. So, he was very successful at the time. He knew what he was doing. Queen needed somebody, I think, to push them to the next level. He seemed to be the right guy. There's going to be just so much more attention focused on his portrayal, given that, I know who John Reid is, and, more, not as many people know who John Reid is as know who Freddie Mercury is, or have an idea of how he should be played. The thing is that Bohemian Rhapsody was one of the first records I ever played, and, on the old 7-inch dancette, and, I've got brothers and sisters. We had our record collection. There's not that many of them compared to what kids have now. You might have had 40 records, singles. So Bohemian Rhapsody was played quite a lot. And it had a strange effect on me, that song, always, because it's so strange. For something that became such a massive hit, it's a really strange song. Really fatalistic. Structurally, it does things that hit songs don't do. It's like 4 different songs in one. It has these really strange chord progressions. It's very dark. Yeah. And strangely, as a 6-year-old, I was quite fascinated with it. Used to play it quite a lot. That was really a surprise for a lot of people. They weren't expected to triumph the way they did there, but they took that so seriously. They did something that the other bands didn't do. They went into a theater and they rehearsed with the clocks in front of them, for a week. They rehearsed. That thing was so tight. Everything they did in there was timed to the second, because they knew they really did have to do a good job, but they didn't fanfare it. They didn't, say, we're going to come and we're going to blow you all away. They just showed up and did it. They knew how important it was. They're still popular because the songs are fantastic. And their recording at the time was quite cutting edge. They were doing stuff that other people just weren't doing at the time, like multiple overdubs on vocals, and just really fine attention to detail, and complex, unexpected chord progressions. Freddie was a amazingly individualistic frontman who, just confounded people. The reason it's important, I guess, is something we mentioned earlier about the idea of some kid who's a misfit finding their way to being a global superstar. That's always interesting. And I do think the songs deserve to be celebrated too.